In this video, I want to share with you how I do the reader's theater or the play, the dramatic play, whatever you want to call it, with your toddlers and preschoolers. Last week we did Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and that one, the kids made their props, but they sat down and they didn't move around the room. This week it's different because the kids are going to get up and move around the room. If you've been following along in my curriculum, then you and your class have been working hard to make the straw house, stick house, and brick house out of items you already have. Your kids are going to come down for your circle time. I have it planned on Fridays. I like to do things a little bit special or different on Fridays just because it's already a little chaotic and everybody is ready to go home for the weekends. If this was me in my classroom, I would take my 3 different houses and I would spread them out around the room so that in one area there is the straw house, one area there's the stick house, and one area there is the brick house. This is important because when you are acting out the play, the kids are going to move from one section to the other, and so it gives them that space to do that movement freely without it getting so crowded that the kids begin to push and shove. Now, another important part with the way that I do these plays is you don't have just one kid playing one part. You say you have 10 kids in your class, you may have 3 of them that said that they want to be piggy number 1, the straw house. You may have 2 of them that said they want to be piggy number 2, the stick house. You may have 3 of them that said they want to be piggy number 4 with the brick house. And 2 of the kids may have said they want to be the big bad wolf. If I have a lot of kids in my class, I might also offer the mother as a part, or if I have one of those kids that's really shy and doesn't like to participate in these kind of things that often, then I may have them as the mother because she basically has one quick little scene and she's done. I might play the mother or have my co-teacher play the mother. Then we are not going to read the story. We've been reading the story for the week. We've been rehearsing the different lines. Remember, we were using our microphone for some of those lines. And now is when the kids are going to get the option just to repeat those simple little phrases that come with the 3 little pigs. It's going to be the time that they're going to get to use the microphones to say their parts. It does come with 2 microphones. If you have a co-teacher, I would give them one of the microphones so that way they can kind of be going around with you and putting it up to the kids' faces. Or if it's just you, I'll probably have both going just so that I can get more volume from more of the kids. The kids are not going to actually hold the mic and talk into it because there's too many of them and only 2 of these. But I am going to hold them out so that it projects their voice and they just feel like they're acting a little bit more. Because of the storyline, I'm going to have my big bad wolves go sit in an area that we're going to call the forest. They're going to go over in that area and sit down. Just something I've seen in my experience, the kids that usually choose to be the big bad wolf also have a lot of energy and might need a little bit more guidance or one-on-one. So if you do have a co-teacher, have her stand near them or have the forest kind of near where you're going to be. You're going to have all your little piggies starting out in your circle time area. And you're going to narrate the story in the most simplest version that you can think of. You're just retelling it you're just retelling the story from your memory. I wouldn't even bother having the book. I have in the past held the book and used it as a picture clue for myself if I'm not real familiar with the story. But the 3 Little Pigs is one of those stories that I think most of us could tell without even looking. It would go something like this. Upon a time, there was a mommy pig and she had 3 baby pigs. If you want to follow along with what your storyline in the book was, you could call them by the names of the characters in the story and what they like to do. The first little piggies loved to play outside. Then you could have those little piggies stand up and give a little wave. Piggies number 2 loved to read books and have them wave or pretend to read their books. Piggies number 3 loved to bake cookies, and so they could give their little wave. It was time for the little piggies to leave their mommy's home and go start a life of their own. So they gave their mommy piggy a big hug. The mom or my co-teacher or someone else, then they would go and they're hugging the piggies all, just trying, everybody can just start hugging everybody. It doesn't have to just be one little hug. Piggy number 1 did not like to spend a lot of time working very hard. So piggy number 1 found some straw and built their straw house in one day. So they're going to go stand by their straw house. They're going to pretend like they're building, putting everything up. This takes a few seconds. Piggies number 2 was not as lazy as the piggies number 1, but they didn't want to spend much of their time building their house either. So they found some nearby sticks and they quickly built their house in 2 days. Piggy number 2s, y'all build your house, pretend like you're hammering, all that good stuff. And now piggies number 3, they knew that they wanted to build a strong house that would be safe in case the big bad wolf came, like their mom had warned. So piggies number 3 began to build their house out of bricks, taking their time of putting down the mortar and slapping on the bricks, putting down the mortar and slapping on the bricks. This took the piggies all week long. Then one day, the big bad wolf came out of the woods and went to piggy number 1's house. So now your big bad wolves are going to come out of the woods. Your big bad wolves are going to come over to piggy number 1 house, where they are sitting outside and pretending to pick flowers or something. When the little piggies saw the big bad wolf coming, they ran inside their house. So I would have my kids run around the backside of their prop. I'm going to give them the microphone to say, little pigs, let me come in. They're going to say it together. Then, in unison, your little pigs are going to say, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And I'm just going to stick this out over the little house thing so that their voice gets picked up from it. And then the big bad wolf, it's your turn. So I will guide them a lot in the beginning just to kind of coax them. I might say it with them. It's time for you to huff and puff and blow the house down. This can get a little bit crazy if you have a little bit of crazy in your class already. So just know your kids and know how much you need to guide them or slow them down or calm them down to blow down the house. I'll usually choose to fold it down for them so they're not kicking it all over and everything. And the wolf, and he huffed and he puffed and he blew their house down, and then I fold it down. And the first little piggies hurried over, walking in the classroom safely to the second little piggy's house. And guys, can y'all say, hurry, hurry, the wolf is coming? And then they say that, and then they get behind there. And the big bad wolf, he was so hungry, he went after them and he found them at piggy number 2 house. They were hiding inside, and so he knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Little pig, let me come in. You get it, right? So they're going to say their part. Then all the little pigs, piggy number 1 and piggy number 2, are now going to say, not by the hair on our chinny chin chin. And then the wolves together are going to say, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And then they're going to huff and they're going to puff and then they're going to blow until you're going to say, and he huffed and he puffed and they huffed and they puffed and they blew their house down. And so then you're going to take down the house number 2. Now piggy number 1's and piggy number 2's hurried over in a safe manner, because we're inside, to piggy number 3's house. It was a brick house. Or if you're reading the story we were reading this week, it was a restaurant. And they told him, sister, the wolf is after us. We need to come in. And so they went inside piggy number 3's house. The big bad wolf was so hungry, he kept following after them, and he got to piggy number 3's house. And he said, he knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. And by then, these wolves got it. They know exactly what they're supposed to do, but you can still guide them if you need. Little pig, let me come in. All the little pigs together said, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Then the wolf said, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed, and I will dramatically drag this out because the kids think it is hilarious, and they'll huff and they'll puff and they'll blow until they're out of breath. The big bad wolf was not able to blow down the house because piggy number 3 built it so strong. Everybody show me your muscles because you're so strong. They built the house so strong that the wolf couldn't get in. The wolf had an idea that, I know, I'll climb up the chimney. And so I'm going to have them pretend like they're climbing up a ladder, and then I'm going to have them pretend like they're crawling down the chimney. But as they were crawling down, the little pigs put a pot of water to cook some food, and bad wolf fell into it, burned his bottom, shot up the top of the chimney. It's love. They do run away. Okay, I know I'm a little bit crazy. They do run away in the classroom. They run around holding their bottoms and howling, ow, ow, and they love it. The big bad wolf ran away to never be seen again. And depending on the version that you are reading with the kids, you can kind of modify it to go along with it. I have read so many different versions over the years. I just kind of morph in my head the story that easily comes out and that the kids can participate and act in. This helps to know what it looks like to do this as a story retell with your class, where the kids get to move around and retell the story on their own. And they absolutely love it. A little side note with this, I've also had maybe other pre-K classes come in or a kindergarten class come in. Depending on how well the kids are able to do this, we might practice it a few times and then we call in another class to come in and watch them. Things like these, go ahead and comment sub, because there is now a preschool experience site where you can get in and you can try it out for 7 days. You can check it out, see if it's for you, use it in your classroom, and if it is, awesome. I'm glad to have you. And if it's not, then you can cancel at any time. Bye, guys.